Hello everyone, I hope you are very well. So, today we are going to discuss the programming and data structure previous year questions, that is PYQ of the 2023. So, let's get started. Before starting this video, I have a request. If you don't watch the previous questions like 2024, so you can go through that playlist. I already created that playlist of the GATE 2023 and GATE 2024. You can watch that previous video. Now we are coming to the first question of GATE 2023 programming and data structure based questions. So let's get started. So this is your first question of the GATE 2023, which is based on the programming, that is ANSI C programming. And what is the value of this program is written here. So here is giving a integer function, that is function CP, and here giving the some integer value, that is type of the static, where initialize x equal to 1, and after that it goes to increment and return the value. Now come to the int main function. Here giving the integer value x and y, and calling x is calling to the function cp, and y is also calling the function cp with increment of x value, and at the end print the value of the x plus y. Now this is your question. Now we come to the solution of this question. So it is very easy. If you solve the previous year questions of the GATE, then you will find this type of question is already given, and that was very tough as compared to this one. Okay, so now come to the explanation of this program. So as usual, the function has a static variable x initialized to 1, and the static variable retain their value across the function. Why? Because here know very well the x variable, the scope of the static x variable apply to entire program unless our local variable is defined explicitly. Okay, so here the x and x variable work as a static, and it remains the memory of static variable is allocated in the data segment rather than a stack segment. Okay, so it retain the value of x globally rather than if any variable is explicitly declared. Okay, so here if the initialization of value x is 1, so it is gradually going to be increased as per the calling, because here given the condition x is goes to be increment, like here you can see in the function. Now move on the explanation. Okay, now we coming to the main function. Okay, so here the main function x is cp calls. Again, if x is calls function cp, so though first time the value of x becomes 2, because here x requirement. Okay, so duty of it's become 2, and it return the value assigned 2. Now again, if the value call to the y function, because here y is equal to function cp plus x, so previously the value of x is 2, and again call the value of function cpx, then we got the value like here it returns return increment value like 3, and here the print the value of x as based on the function cp, so we got here the value again 3. So based on the function call cp is equal to x, again it's become 2. Now it print the value, that is what, that is here x plus y, so the value of x plus y equal to 7. So answer for this question is 7. Okay, now we move on the next question. So this is very interesting question. You can see over here there is a given the main function, and in main function there it contains multiple sub functions like f1, f1, having calling two times, giving the two variable and f3. Okay, now it returns 0. Now in the case of the f1 it return 1. In case of f2 variable of 2, so it's calling again sub function f3 inside f2 function, and the f3 is also again calling the f1 function. So it is totally based on the recursion based function, calling inside function to function. Okay, now here again at the end of the f2 it's print the multiplication of f2, that is again calling to this f2 function, and here the f3 function return the 5 only. Okay, so there is giving the some which one the following option represent the activation function corresponding of the main function. Okay, so these are the option A, B, C and D. So this is 2 marks question. Now we coming to the solution of this question. So we come one by one all questions option, like option A, B, C, D. So here the way control enters and exit activation is a display using of an activation tree. Aspect of the activation tree inside the includes each node shows how a procedure has been activated. Root display the main function has been activated only when control flow from process X to procedure Y. The node of the procedure X. So here you can see the procedure X and the parent node of the for the procedure Y. So it is the correct flow of control flow of the processor, or we say main program. And the correct answer for the above question is, we just come to the solution question. So here option A is your correct answer. Okay, now move on next question. So here giving the consider a sequence of A elements, A0 equal to 1, A1 equal to 5, A2 equal to 7, A equal to 8, there is A3. Okay, and A4 equal to 9 and A5 equal to 2. The following operations are performed on stack S and a Q. Both of are initially means stack S and Q are empty. Okay, now here giving the first statement, push the element of the from A0 to A5 that order into S. Okay, so initially it goes to be push elements, and in Q the element of A from A0 to A5 in that order into Q. Okay, and pop an element from Q. So we from S only. So here the insertion of the element means push the element in stack, and in Q the element in Q, and deletion or we say pop on an element from S. Okay, now come to the next statements are given over here. And here next, dequeue an element from Q. Okay, pop an element from S. Okay, dequeue an element from Q, dequeue an element from Q and push the same element into S. Repeat operation here 7 3 times and pop an element from S. Pop element from S, the top of the element of S after executing our operation is. So here we talking about what is the top of the element after following these 10 steps. Okay, now come to the solution of this question. So it is very easy and very good question over here. So we know very well stack is working in the manner LIFO last in first out order. Okay. So this we after pushing a0 to a5 we will come at the top of the element is what a5. Okay, so a5 is here. Now here giving the dq the element a0 to sorry inq the element a0 to a5. Okay, so second procedure is like that. So we know very well the q is working first in first out. So here for the rear side and this is your front side. For the rear side the value are printed from 0 and rear will be pointed to a5. Okay, so here this is your front side and this is your rear side. Now talking about third statement or third step. So here popped the element will remove top of the stack. So what is the top of the stack? That is if 5 will be removed. Now top of the element is what? That is a4. Okay, now again dequeue the element from the front of the queue is that a0 will be removed. Now the front of the element is the a1. Okay, now move on the next one step 5. So based on the step 5 क्या है? For pop an element will remove top of the stack. So at the previous steps top of the element is was a4, so it was removed. Now top of the element is a3. Okay, now again dequeue the element that is a1 as previous we already seen. So here at the front will be pointed to a2. Okay, now again same procedure, 3 times dequeue an element will be from front of the queue is that a2 a4 a3 will be removed and pushed into the stack the same order. So we got here only the a5 top of the stack that will be a sorry in q that is only a5 and top of the stack that is a4. Okay, now see the again next statement that is popping an element will be removed top of the stack s4 that is last one and we got the top of the state that is a3. Now come to the next one, pop the element will remove top of the stack a3 will be top of the stack is a2. Now it is a2. Now again last element that is 10th one. So here hence a2 will be. Now come to the next question. Let SLL be a function that delete a node in a singly linked list given a pointer to the node and a pointer to a head of the list. Similarly, let DLL del be another function that delete a node in doubly linked list given a pointer to the node and a pointer to the head of the list. Let n denotes the number of node in each of the linked list. Okay, so which of the following choice is true about the first case time complexity for SLL del and DLL del? Okay, so there is giving the four option A, B and C and D. Now come to the discuss the question. So here option D is correct, means SLL del is take O and time and DLL del takes constant time. Why? Let's discuss it. So it is very easy. So you know very well in the case of the singly linked list relation. So in the worst case, if we talking about worst case means deleting the last element of the linked list. So what will be the time complexity? Yes, it will be the time complexity equal to number of list, or we say number of node represent or exist in the entire linked list. Means the traverse time, we must traverse the entire list to find that node to proceed it. So it's take at least n times. Okay, now we talk about DLL. So in case of doubly linked list, we know that the pointer to the node to be deleted, we can directly access its pointer and next node in the constant time due to doubly linked list nature. Okay, means the doubly linked list is connected to the uh, forward wise as well as backward wise. Okay, so due to of this reason, it takes only the constant time. Okay, so option D is your correct. Now move on the next question. Consider a C programming for and the binary tree. So this is repeated question. Okay, you can go through the previous year question, which is again repeated in the 2023. Okay, so here binary tree is given over here like this. Okay, so it is totally balanced binary tree, and here giving the type def structure, that is it is taking a well. Now a well type of the structure, that is integer type, and here giving the structure node left and right. Okay, now here calling to the foo function, it contains like node p, that is pointer, and here integer retrieval, and if pointer is equal to null then return 0 is here retrieval, that is pointer pointed to value well, and it calls foo plus it calls right, and at the end print the value of the retrieval and return the retrieval. So options are, and question is, when foo is called with a pointer to the root node of the given binary tree, what will is printed? So there is giving a four option. Now come to the solution of this question. So it is very easy question. Okay. Now this is okay. So here, if the pointer p is noted or pointed to the root 10, where p is contain the root node address, that is 100. Okay, when foo is called with a pointer to the root node is given a binary tree, then we reach to the node until that node has left pointer and right pointer, both pointer to goes to be null. Okay, as already given in the program. Whenever p left is null and p right is null, then p foo function and foo both are the written 0, and variable retrieval contains the following values like this and this. Okay, now come to the step by one. Okay, now value is 3. Okay, because here 3 is contains null values. Okay, so 3 0 plus 0 means here the child node of 3 is null. Due to of this reason, we take 3 plus 0 plus 0 plus, that is equal to 3. Again we traverse the node value, that is 8, and 8 again contains the same, that is here the child node of the node 8, that is null. So due to of this reason, it print the 8. Now coming to the 5, for the 5 retriever value, it's a print the value of 3 as well as 8, because the child node of the 5 is 3 and 8. So here the value is 16. Now coming to the 13 node, so it contains null value. So due to of here 13, 0 plus 0, that is equal to 13. And now coming to the 11, so 11 here contains the 13 root node, but here the left child is 0. So here is written like 11 plus 13 plus 0, and it print 24. Now coming to the root node, if we're talking about root node retrieval, so root node retrieval like 10 plus, okay, 16 plus 24, if we calling a function inside function. So we got here the value of 10 left subtree addition and right subtree addition equal to root node, that is equal to what, that is 50. Okay, so correct answer for this question is option C, like this. Okay, now come to the next question. So here let u equal to 1 2 3 and let 2 to power of u denotes the power set of the u. Consider the undirected graph G whose vertex set is 2 to power of u for any a and v belongs to 2 to power of u. So here set a comma b is an of as in the graph if and only if first condition is a is not equal to b and second condition is a is subset of the b or b is a subset of a. For any vertex a in G, the set of all possible ordering in which the vertices of G can be visited in a breadth first search. So there is talking about BFS algorithm. Starting from the A, that is A denoted by B, B is function of A. If phi denotes the empty set, then the kernelity of the B of empty is what? So now come to the question of solution of this question. So it is a 2 marks question. Now here the depicting of the question like that. So if we learn or we understand the set theory, so here you will got the correct explanation of this type of graph representation. So if you read about the set theory, so it is very basic question about given over here. So here we got the phi is the lowest and 1 to 3 as the highest power set problem. So you will got a very easy for this is now as per the given statement. So here a 1 2 3 as given over here, it is initially belongs to the phi because all input is always carry a set that is empty set. Okay, already now here the a and b have one or two node have one, that is 1 and 2, and here same for the 1 and 3, and here same for the 2 and 3, and here is a power set that is 1 2 3 for which is belong to all the each vertices or all the each nodes. Okay, now we're talking about here b of phi denote the number of possible ordering when BF is starting from phi. So since phi must be connected to all the nodes, so here the phi is correct order goes to the 1 to 3 first set, that is universal set 1 to 3, again 1 2 3, after that combination of these three. Okay, and these three subset. Okay, as already given here, so based on that one, so here the correct answer is 7. Okay, so we say that here the kernelity of the b of null, or we say b of phi is 7. Okay, now we move on next question. So it is your next question. An algorithm has stored several keys generated by a adversary in a hash table. So it is belong to your hash table, and the adversary in malicious who's try to maximize the number of collisions. Let k be the number of key and m be the number of slots in the hash table, and here k is greater than m. Which of the following best hashing strategy to counter-strike the adversary? Now there is giving a four option, so which one is correct we need to find out. Now here division mode is that hash function kh equal to k mod m. Again another one multiplication method is that use of the hash function like mode value like this one and floor value. Okay, and now coming to the universal hashing method and option D, that is if k is a prime number use division method, otherwise use multiplication method. So this is 1 marks question. Now move to the solution of this question. So the adversary in malicious was try to maximize the number of collision by choosing key that all has the same slot. In case, consider the infinite collection H has function that maps universal of k key values, that is 0 to m minus 1 values. So hash function is called universal for if for each pair of key and l k and l belongs to u where k is not equal to 1, and the number of hash function h small h belong to the h, and here for which k of h of hash function of k equal to hash function of l is less than or equal to mod value of hash h divided by m. Other word, with a hash function h is chosen randomly from h, and probability of collision between the two keys is no more than 1 by m. So the choosing of the collision when the choosing two slots randomly and independently. Okay. So here option C is your correct answer. That is universal hashing method. Okay. So these are the today lecture of GATE 2023 solution with explanation. If you have any query, any question, and if you not understand any concept, please comment me. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Have a nice day. Thank you.